Welcome to our Young Leaders YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. In this video, we are going to talk about leadership. Yeah, so we shall discuss about what leadership is, why we need leaders, skills leaders should have, how to build strong teamwork or relationship with other field leaders, and also we shall talk about the theories of leadership, including the trait, transformational, transactional, behavioral, authentic, servant, and this video will help guide you or help you to identify which kind of a leader you are. Like if you have been there, maybe you feel like, okay, I cannot be a leader, but you find that times you have some of the leadership skills which we shall talk about, and you find that in one way or the other they can help you. So let's get started. So the definition of leadership. Leadership has different definitions depending on which position you have or you want to talk about it or the perspective. But basically, leadership refers to the ability to guide and inspire a group of individuals towards a common goal or vision. It also involves setting a direction, making decisions, and motivating others to achieve objectives effectively. Some people normally take leadership to be like having positions. Like you find someone is telling you, if I become your MP, that's when I can do this. Or if I become like your counselor, if we can put it on the common ground, that's when I will bring for you. Maybe I will bring for you clean water, clear roads. But I think to me, position is always like an added advantage, but it is not all about leadership. You can be a leader even without a position, and you find that because people can trust you, people can entrust you with their mandate to lead them to some common goal because they believe indeed you can make it and you can lead them to achieve it. And at one moment, someone was narrating from the story that there was a group of people who had gone to an island, and as they were there, their boat got some issues, so they could not travel back to the seashore. So what happened was there was some guy who was just a common person who told them as they were there on the island, and for him he had seen some place a bit far on the same island that he had seen some smoke. Now they were wondering how they are going back. What? So he told them, since I had seen some smoke there, then it means that maybe there could be some people who can lend us the boat, or who can guide us on how we can go back to the shore. So people who believed in him had to follow him. So as people followed him, they reached there. When they reached there where I had seen smoke, they found that there were no people. So, but as they were there, another person felt like, but what if we continue and move up to almost the end of this? Because it was not far. Couldn't we find some other people who can help us? So, as they moved towards the end of that island, they found some people there with some boats who helped them, and they had to borrow the boat and then come after them they returned. So that's all about what leadership is. So different leaders have different beliefs, and this make other people to follow them, especially if they have same beliefs or if other people feel like those beliefs can work for them. So if that person had not, if those people had not believed in that person that maybe he could help him, he could help them, maybe they would not follow him, and because they would not follow him, they would stay stagnant there. But because they believed that he could help them, or that idea was good for them to get out of the shore, they had to follow. Now, if we can continue and discuss about why do we need leaders. Leadership is basically aiming at solving problems in a community, or where someone who is, and it is very crucial, especially to us young people, as it also helps us to bring the positive change in the world. Leadership also encourages personal growth and development. It can help young people to discover their strengths and talents. At times you find you have a talent, but it has never been shown up because you are always there in your, you also follow the majority. But the moment you become a leader, you find that maybe you have a good communication skill, or you have that talent that you can convince someone and he easily accepts. So, but you find that talent has never come out of you because you have never got to that avenue to use it. So leadership can give you that platform where you can discover your talents and your strengths. Then it also empowers young leaders by giving them a sense of responsibility and ownership as they make decisions. When you become a leader, you find that most of the times you have to decide. Yes, it is not all about that. Every time you have to decide for the people and know that the decisions you make, maybe they may be right or what. But because you know you are accountable to that decisions, every time you are making a decision, then there's very many factors you have to put under consideration. So leadership can give you that sense of responsibility. I'm responsible for the decision which I'm going to make, and in case of anything, then it will not only affect me but also the people I'm leading. Then leadership also can help young people to develop different skills like teamwork, collaboration with others and with others. And by the way, in leadership, teamwork works best, and it is one of the most valued things that we encourage as leaders, because when you become a leader and you feel like everything you have to do it alone, you may not manage. Oh, okay, you can manage, but it will give you hard time. That's why you find that most of the countries, they believe in decentralization. I find you have like LC1, LC2, then LC3, because if the president would be the only person leading the country and is to do everything, then it would not be easy for him. So it is always better if you can make good teamwork with fellow leaders and the people you lead. So leadership can help you to develop that skill, or also other skills you can develop, including communication skills. Yeah, like because you have to talk to different people of different statures. Then through leadership, nurturing young leaders, there we shall be preparing for the continuity and progress of as they will continue to take it upon themselves. So if you find that you have like a banana plantation where you don't see young banana plants growing, and if you have it is considered to be the best because it can give out like a fruit of about 30 kilograms. Just to know that very soon hunger will now strike, because if you find that you don't nurture those young people, then it means that in the near future we shall not have leaders who can take it, we are not assured of the continuity of what has already been put in place. Yeah, and then here is the skills we leaders should have. One of them is self-awareness. You need to first understand your strengths and your weaknesses, the values and then the beliefs. If you understand those, then you can make a good leader, because if you know your strengths, then you can use those strengths to help others, and even when you know your weaknesses, you can see how best can I change these weaknesses also to benefit the community. At times you find that you have a weakness and you feel like, I'm very weak when it comes to this thing, but you find that weakness you can use it in a positive way. Or if you find that you have that weakness, then you can get someone who can help you to cover up. Like if you find that you may not communicate well, you can get someone who can communicate for you, and then like on your behalf. Then as you use your strength also to achieve more goals. And then we have, as a leader, you have to continuously learn. There's nothing like me, I know it all with leadership. Leadership, it is all about continuing to learn. Every day is a learning day, and you have to attend seminars, you have to read books, you have to read articles, research papers, you attend workshops, conferences. These ones will help you to gain new perspectives and new knowledge about leadership, because leadership, the way we read in some situations is kind of different from other situations. So, and if you find that maybe you read well in one situation, you may feel like you know it all, but you find if it comes to another, if they bring in another situation there, you may not manage. And then communication. When you become a leader, communication becomes a crucial aspect of leadership, as you have to be having a good communication skill, because you'll be communicating to people. Leadership most of the time is all about telling the people what do you believe in, what do you have for them, what can you do for them. So if you find that your communication skill is a bit difficult, then leadership, even when you have other factors in place that can help you to become a leader, the people may not think like you are a good leader. You may become that leader who does things in the background, like behind the scenes. Then you have to develop your emotional intelligence, which involves understanding and managing your emotions and recognizing and emphasizing with the emotions of others. Then effective leaders build strong relationships with their team members, colleagues and stakeholders, as I had already told you. Leadership is all about having a good team that you can work with. If I can bring it like in these games, the games mode, if you find, even if you are a best striker but you don't have that person who can always give you balls, they normally call them like attacking midfielders, you may not score as many goals as you can. So it is always better if you can build that teamwork such that you are sure if at all you are not okay, then someone can easily cover up your position and take it, as if like you don't bring that lag that because someone is not around. Then you have to take on leadership opportunities, have to seek for opportunities and lead projects, teams or initiatives. If you are still studying, you can be like, they normally say group leaders, but you find, and through those opportunities you learn more skills about leadership and how best you can handle leadership. Then regularly reflect on your leadership experiences and assess what worked well and what could be improved. And then lastly, effective leaders empower and develop their team members. So if you are a leader, you need to always put this last point in consideration. Make sure you empower other team leaders, know their weaknesses and try to guide them and inspire them on how best they can work upon their weaknesses, or help them to discover their potentials, their strengths and abilities. And here we shall go on how best we can build strong teamwork or relationship. As I had already told you, it is teamwork and relationship that gives you more, that can make you a good leader, that can help you achieve more of your goals as a leader without using a lot of investing in a lot. But if you want to do it alone, then it may not work best. Then so, and these are the strategies that can foster strong relationships. One of them is establish an open and transparent communication channels. Make sure you are always available, like 10 times. Don't be like that leader who will tell you, if you want to come to me, you have to make an appointment to me. And that appointment should be maybe like via email. Then you find that for you take weeks or months to read those emails, or even some emails you will never read. And then you find that your people whom you work with, they are unable to reach out to you. And then build trust by demonstrating integrity, consistency and honesty. And if you are honest and you are consistent, then trust me, trust will be there. Other people will trust you, and when people trust you, then it is easy for them to make a good relationship with you. As they know, if you need something, someone, this person can deliver best. And then you have to practice empathy by seeking to understand the feelings, needs, and perspectives of others. You show compassion and support during challenging times. Don't always be there like during those happy moments, or you find for you are there when you are there. Like, let's say if you're having something like a meeting together, you are there. Then immediately after that meeting, you never again like call or even say hi to that person. Then you again wait for another meeting if at all it is there. If it is not there, then the relationship ends there. And then foster collaborative environment where team members feel valued and included. So, and there encourage teamwork, cooperation, and sharing of ideas. Don't always be like should I call them like dictators, where you find that for you will bring your idea and then you expect other people to follow that idea. You allow them to also share, let them share their ideas, and then you choose the best to be like, okay, according to these ideas, which one do you think that can work for us? But don't be like, bring this idea and it should pass. So we can discuss on how best we can work upon it, but this is the idea that should work. But you can encourage teamwork also in other team members. And then be flexible, approachable, and adaptable in your approach. Understand that different individuals have different work styles, preferences, and needs. And you have to also organize team building activities, workshops, or retreats that allow team members to interact and connect in non-work setting. Like you always have, we used to call them like get-together parties where different people can come. You may not only invite the team members you always have, you can also invite other people who are always other leaders from other areas of leadership. Let's say if you are like in a school setting, if it is like a prefectorial body, you can include some of the staff members to also come and give you some guidance. And yeah, so if you have that, if you can put those activities there, workshops, retreats, and allow other team members to participate in them, and through these workshops and retreats, more things can be learned about leadership, more skills can be developed. Then you can provide support, resources, and opportunities for growth, offer mentorship, coaching, and programs to help individuals reach their full potential. And then provide constructive feedback and guidance to help team members improve their perfection, praise, and recognition for their efforts. Most of the times, leaders need to be, other team members need to be recognized. It's always good to appreciate their efforts. I understand there are some leaders who are always working behind the scenes, like their work cannot be seen, but we find that they are always the key people in achieving some goal. But maybe if I can use still the school setup, find you are the head prefect and you have those class monitors, and like class monitors, they are always ensuring that everything is in order. They are the people making roll calls, but you have always get some time and appreciate them. Like when you are at the assembly, you can appreciate their efforts, and they also feel encouraged. But if you find that you are always like behind the scenes and you do all the stuff, then you find that no one person is being praised. At times, those people, they may feel demotivated and they may end up quitting. Now we are going to talk about theories of leadership, and these theories, they are just studies which were developed from areas up to date, and these were developed depending on behavior, circumstances, situations, and other factors of different people had and also believed to have influenced their leadership journeys. So these basically, they were just studies, like different scholars would make research, and they tried to group different leaders like in different categories depending on the behavior or circumstances or situations or some other factors that they shared in common. But you will find that it is very hard to find that there is a leader who falls in only one category, as we shall see. Only that you find like a leader falls in at least two. Yeah, though you may not have all of them. So let's get started, and under this theory we shall discuss about transactional theory, behavior theory, transformational theory, trait theory, and others. As you can see, the areas in which they are also developed. Yeah, so let's start as we go with the trait. So the trait theory for this one only basically discusses that different people have different traits and they are born with those traits, and I can describe the trait as the characteristic or quality or a tendency of a person, and we do believe that these traits are always like we are born with them. They are part of our DNA. So and different traits include extraversion, intelligence, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Like if you can take self-confidence, we have leaders like Barack Hussein Obama. Is believed as someone who had self-confidence, who believed that yes, he can. That's why he used to say, together we can. Then there is also that the one of knowledge of business. You'll find that someone is a good leader when it comes to business. Like even if he has never attended school or what to study about business, but he can give a good business. Then there is also that of integrity, which involves honesty and then trustworthy responsibility. One of the examples we have is Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah, he's a good example of that person with integrity and responsibility. And then we also have that of self-drive, then the desire to lead, So those ones, we believe that a person is born with those traits, though it is at times criticized that those traits, they can be learned. Like along the journey, you can learn how to drive yourself. You can learn how you can build self-confidence like with time, and but someone who is with those born traits is always a better person compared to those ones who can learn them along the journey. Yeah. Then we shall also look at behavioral theory. For behavioral theory, it's believed that a person can have different people have different behaviors, and these behaviors can be learned or developed. So for it moves away from that of traits, where you find that you believe that the person is born with those traits, but now for it to believe that someone can learn. A behavior is something that you can learn, and so with behavioral theory, it categorizes leadership behavior into two main types. That is task-oriented and people-oriented. This task-oriented behavior, it involves setting goals, providing instructions, and monitoring performance. And then for people-oriented behavior, it focuses on building relationships, supporting and developing team members, and also showing empathy. Yeah. Then we shall go to the most interesting theory in leadership, which is transformational. Now, transformational is always compared with transactional, as we shall look at it. So for transformational, it emphasizes leaders who inspire and motivate their followers to achieve extraordinary outcomes. They stimulate personal growth, create compelling vision, and foster innovation. So transformational leadership, for it all aims at how best can you model, or how best can you support your people to achieve a certain goal. And yeah, so for it exhibits 4 key behaviors. 1, idealized influence, or being a role model. 2nd, inspirational motivation, or inspiring and motivating others. Then intellectual stimulation, then by encouraging creativity and innovation, and also individualized consideration, supporting and developing individual followers. Like if I can give a simple scenario of transformational leadership of like a football team, you find you have a coach will tell you, we are going to have some tournament, but I'm calling upon those people who would wish to participate in the tournament to come on board. Then when you are there, he will not tell you like, okay, the aim will be winning, but he may not tell you that the aim is winning maybe a trophy, but bringing your talent, like showing your talent to people. You never know, some people may buy your talent and you may become like a professional footballer, but he will not tell you. So as you are going for a tournament, if we win a tournament, then we shall win this amount of money, or we shall win this. But for him, he will be encouraging you to participate, so that maybe you can get exposed to different tactics, to different people. You can get an opportunity from there. Like all he will be showing you is not all about like how you are going to directly earn from it, but he will just show you, develop you and model you. Just so for them, they believe in reading through change, then leveraging your emotional intelligence, building strategic relationships, as I already told you. Like if you participate in this, then we can win this. We never know, you may get someone who can put you somewhere. Then if we can look at different transformational leaders, we have developed most of the transformational leaders, including Barack Obama, including Steve Jobs. For them, they are always after like what are you good at, and how best can we model you so that we can get the better of you by transforming you from what you are to another. And then now let's talk about transactional leadership. And transactional leadership, as I had already told you, is always compared with transformational leadership. And under transactional leadership, leaders always aim at giving rewards and also punishments according to the performance. So if you work well, then you get a reward. If you perform poorly, then you get a punishment. And so leaders set clear expectations, they monitor performance and reward or punish based on achievement or non-achievement of goals. So if I can again use the same scenario of sports, like if you have a transactional leader who is your coach, like in football, when as telling you that they are going to have the tournament, he will again tell you how much they will earn if at all they win. So he will tell you, we are going for a tournament, but in that tournament, if we happen to win, these are the rewards. So the first team will get this amount, the second team will get this amount. So, and then now he will put pressure on players. You will find that for him is like, so now that we are going to have this amount, if we win, then you as a striker, if you play well and you score the goal, if you score one goal, we shall be giving you this. If the more goals you score, the more you earn. Then for the midfield, for the defenders, your reward results are like this. Then so he sets different parameters on how best someone can perform in order to get the reward. So while you are in the pitch, you have to put it in mind that I need to win so that I get rewarded. Or if at all I perform poorly, then so for it, I may say it doesn't encourage teamwork or what, but make sure you win. Whether you can manage it as an individual or you can manage it as a team, the leader will not mind. For him, what he wants to see results. So he wants to get rewarded. Otherwise, he will be punished. And so, because he knows he will be punished, then he will put you on pressure. Also, you get some punishments if you don't perform as expected. So, transactional leaders engage in contingent and enforcement, using rewards to encourage desired behaviors and punishments, e.g. reprimands, disciplinary actions to discourage unwanted behaviors. They also emphasize clear structures, performance goals, and accountability. So for them, they really said, what do they want to achieve? This is what we want to achieve, and you must, if you feel like you cannot achieve it, you better quit, then someone who is better can take it upon. So, and this one, most of the coaches, if I may note, most of the football coaches, they normally tend to use this kind of leadership. They find that a coach will tell you, please, we want results. So these days they have come now to start that tendency of working as a team. You as a defender, what do you have to do so that the team wins? So now let's also talk about authentic leadership. With authentic leadership, this theory emphasizes leaders who are genuine and self-aware and true to their values. They build trust and credibility through their consistent words and actions. For them, what he says is what he follows. So it isn't all about being the real me, but being true to our purpose and values that drive us, as one of the philosophers put it, and that is Tanvir. So authentic leaders are transparent, open, and honest. They exhibit a high degree of self-awareness, understand their strengths and weaknesses, and they also act in alignment with their values. They also build strong relationships based on trust and foster an environment of openness and authenticity. So for them, they always open, they always encourage that kind of discussions with their followers, and they tell them what is on their mind, not just trying them or telling them what they want to hear, but he'll tell you the bitter truth. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you don't. But for him, he'll tell you the bitter truth. And then the servant leadership. For servant leadership, this theory emphasizes leaders who prioritize serving the needs of others and enabling their growth and development. They focus on empowering and supporting their followers. So for them, servant leadership, you will do whatever you can to make sure that at least the people whom he is serving, they feel like, indeed he has done what he can. Whether it can cost him or not, but he'll make sure that he serves them, and he is always aiming at the common good of other people. So servant leaders demonstrate humility, empathy, and genuine interest in the well-being of their followers. They prioritize the needs of others, listen actively, and provide support and guidance to the people whom they lead. So with those theories which I have discussed with you, I think you are in line to find out which kind of a leader would you wish to become. So, and it has to be noted that it is always difficult to find a leader who has characteristics of only one theory, but it's a combination of theories, though it is always hard also to find that you have, like you are that person who follows all those theories or who has characteristics of all those theories, but you find at least to have like characteristics of 2 or 3 theories, but not all of them. So you can now identify where you belong and where you wish to be depending on the above theories. And as someone said, be the kind of a leader that you would follow. If you find that you would follow a leader who has certain beliefs, then you can become that kind of a person. You can become that leader. Let's not always fear leadership. I know most of the people, when you talk of leadership, most of the young people fear to take up on those leadership positions or those responsibilities, but it is always good and always enjoyable to be a leader of that person you would like to follow. So remember to subscribe and like, comment for more videos, and for any question you can put that question in the email that I'm going to put in the description link below. And also in the next video we shall be talking about different communication skills as a leader should have. People always believe that communication skills is all about having a good public speech or having being able to talk to people, but it takes a step ahead, like including are you able to write some different documents, but all that will be discussed in our next video. Yeah, thank you for watching. Wish you well.